Hello, hello. Thank you for joining us here today. We are here at the West Coast Combat Robotic League in its inaugural event here in Burson, California. You'll see here on screen two competitors are loading into the arena right now, P7 on the left-hand side and Full Test, the blue robot here on the right. I'm Josh, I'll be your host today. And it looks like we are underway. First fight going through. Full Test already getting his back placed up against the wall. The weapon seems to be off on Full Test now. Flopping. But still active, still fighting. Is the weapon on P7 still there? I can't tell from the visual here. That diagonal spinner is a really unique concept. You don't really see that in any weight class. And ooh. We just had our first fight of the day, a dominant win by P7, taking out Full Test. We're getting ready for our next fight now. Waiting for our next two competitors to load in. F2, piloted by a team out of Yuba City, as well as Claw Dragon, a formidable one-pound robot that's been honestly seeing a lot of improvements in the latest scene. It's really awesome to see. While we wait for F2 to load into the box, let's take a look at our bracket for today. Inside the one-pound weight class, we have a list of 9 robots in total. P7 has just finished his first fight against Full Test. He is now moving on to fight Achilles in the winner's bracket. Full Test has moved on to losers, where he will fight the loser of Vector and Slaughtermore. It seems that both robots have loaded into the cage, so let's just take ourselves back onto here. F2, the black robot on the right-hand side, Claw Dragon, the white robot up top. And we're off. Fast out of the gate is Claw Dragon. A little bit of a hang-up there. Claw Dragon seems to be stuck. Will F2 capitalize? Gets a hit in there. Seems to be snagging on something. Frees himself, though. Big contact there as Claw Dragon ends up upside down. That's a tap out. Your winner and moving on to the next round is F2. F2 is moving on. Oh, that's smoke. Oh, no. Smoke is coming out of Claw Dragon now. Oh, no. 2 fights in, and we got smoke. You hate to see it, but you love to see it. I see El Diablo loading into the box now. A FingerTech Viper, our sponsors for today's fights. FingerTech, get your competitive robot kits for cheap at fingertechrobotics.com. El Diablo will be facing off against Ground Game, my robot, a one-pound billet design, a mock-up of Endgame, but in the one-pound weight class. Let's see how this fight will go. It seems that the door is being shut now, and we are going to get this fight underway. Exciting. We'll see how the spinner of El Diablo will work. It seems that the spinner drum is affixed backwards. Well, I don't know how that'll affect the bite of the robot. I guess we'll find out. Ground Game, of course, with the ground scraping forks to help get underneath his opponents. They seem to be performing interestingly on this heavily textured arena. We'll see how that impact is driving today. And they are off. Immediately, Ground Game gets under, but isn't able to capitalize. Deal any meaningful damage. There's a good hit there from Ground Game. Getting to the sides of El Diablo. Pushing El Diablo up to the wall, pinning him there. El Diablo appears to be stuck, unable to move. Ground Game pressing him in a little bit. Is the spinner in Ground Game working? That is a... I see that. The spinner on Ground Game seems to be non-functional. However, winning the control game, though, with effortless usage of the forks there, pinning El Diablo to the wall. And El Diablo doesn't seem to have a counter against this. Continually being pressed up again and again. Oh, I saw movement out of the spinner. There's a hit there from Ground Game. Oh, another big shot there. El Diablo, a durable robot, though, taking the hits, taking the damage, and still coming at it. El Diablo backed up against the wall. Can he get out? This might be a countdown here, folks. Can El Diablo escape? Ground game freeze El Diablo. Oh no, the thing. That's a tap out there. Your winner by knockout is Ground Game. Ground Game is moving on in the winner's brackets. We see here as we cut to the arena, Vector loading in. Vector just might be one of the most terrifying vertical spinners to exist in the NorCal meta right now. It is a fearsome robot. The weapon itself is maybe like a third of the total mass of the thing. It's all titanium. Absolutely terrifying. They will be fighting against Slaughtermore, which I think I spelled that name correctly. I spelled that right? They'll be fighting against Slaughtermore of Livermore on Robotics. It is gone through some design iterations over the past couple of years. Most notably, in one of its earlier tournaments, it competed as the FingerTech box itself with a horizontal spinner affixed to it. Nowadays, for this tournament, though, it seems to have ditched the FingerTech box in order for an optimized, streamlined shell framework design. We'll see if it's able to survive, though, because, man, Vector has been kind of scary lately, not gonna lie. It's been kind of terrifying in recent events. All right, I see Slaughtermore loading into the arena now. Slaughtermore, very reminiscent of an old-school robot from the era of Robot Wars known as Stinger. It was a two-wheel drive Thwackbot mace, a very iconic design back in those early days. Slaughtermore seems to be the more modernized version with a actual weapon on its tail. We'll see how that pans out against the likes of Vector. All right, both competitors are in the box. Slaughtermore has some, appears to be some kind of drive issue, but they're running regardless. And they're fighting. The weapon on Slaughtermore seems to be scraping the ground a little bit. A little hit there from Vector. Nudges Slaughtermore up. Can Slaughtermore move? A little bit. There is some motion out of Slaughtermore here. But is it enough to count as controlled movement? That is the question. There's a good hit there from Vector. Slaughtermore, those wheels are spinning, but I don't see motion out of it. A countdown might just be imminent here. Oh, no. Vector being methodical, surgical with the attack now. Oh, there goes the weapon. The weapons come off of Slaughtermore. He still wants more. He's still going for it. He wants the damage. Oh, there's motion. Slaughtermore moves. Oh. That's it. I think that's the fight. Your winner. No, they're not. He still wants more punishment. He's still going for it. But Slaughtermore has found himself in a very precarious position now. And I think that will do it. This fight is over. Your winner and moving on in winners is Vector. Vector will be moving on in the winner's bracket to be facing Ground Game. All right. We are taking a break from full combat antweights to move over to Plastic 1 Pound, where we will be fighting against Moonsetter versus a robot whose name I've never actually fully said out loud before. The Hercules Corona. It's loading. The Hercules Corona Borealis Great Wall. We're going to find out if that fits in my name box, ladies and gentlemen. That'll be the first step. Moonsetter, however, is piloted by Rowan, a mainstay in Northern California competitions as of this year. His plastic ant weight is one of the more optimized vertical spinners here you'll see in Plant's weight class. Very strong, very effective design that seems to be doing well. The problem that he tends to run into sometimes is horizontals, which is a problem considering he is fighting Mr. Horizontal himself and Kyle, as he's brought in a new robot, which I'm going to try to type in now. Oh, of course his name doesn't fit. You know what? His name's going to go off the screen, and that is okay. This is what you get for naming your robot this. Is it acronym well? THCBGW. No, it's even the acronym is dumb. Man, it's Kyle. What did you do with this name? Whereas Moonsetter is very much an optimized two-wheel drive vertical, Hercules is not that. It is a horizontal spinner with as much effort put into the horizontal as physically possible. It's very fun to look at because I know Kyle, and I know Kyle builds very nice-looking robots. Hercules, no offense to it, looks like somebody's first attempt at making a Toon clone. No pocketing, no open gaps, stupid large blade. It is a choice of a weapon, that is for sure. But you cannot knock the blade, though. You cannot say that it's not scary. The weapon is the same width as all of Moonsetter. So it is definitely something to be feared. This will be a fun fight for sure. Let's see how this one goes. All right, we are live. The spinner on Hercules Corona with an approximate, 12-second spin-up time, it looks like, by the size of that thing. Oh, it is trying its... Oh, no! What is this? The grinding is already taking place. A big gash in the underside of Hercules Corona. Ah! Can he get out? He's trying. He's certainly doing his best here. Oh, that might have lodged him. Or dislodged him, rather. No, he's more stuck. Moonsetter doing his best. I don't know, to hit him, to free him. Oh, he's free! Hercules Corona's free! But cannot get free space to spin up. Oh, that's a good hit there. Oh, no. Hercules Corona. I'm not saying it's a bad design. But in an arena like this, a 4x4 with really thick kick plates, it's probably not the best kind of robot to bring to an event like this, to be completely honest. And maybe a 6x6 so you might get better luck, but oh no. The damage is really starting to pile up now. Oh, there goes a tire! A tire's come off from Hercules Corona. The weapon's not even spinning, it's just clogging. Oh no. Moonsetter dancing on his opponent now. Can he push him? What is going on here? He's moving. He's nudging. Is that motion out of Hercules Corona? That's the real question here. Can we count that as controlled translational movements? Survey says no, in my opinion. But I don't know. They're still fighting. The fight goes on. Kyle refusing to tap here. Oh, that's another tire now. Okay, now the fight's over. Your winner and moving on is Moonsetter. Congratulations to them. From one Kyle robot to another Kyle robot, we have Kyle's inarguably much more competitive robot known as Achilles. This is specifically his metal variant. He has two versions of this robot. One for full competent weight and one for plasticate weights, which is the original design. Achilles will be fighting P7, the uniquely designed angled spinner that we saw in an earlier competition. It is very interesting to see the design successful in its first outing. However, it's put through the real test now against a real competitor and the top-seeded robot at this competition in Achilles. Alright. I see a nice wedge on the front of P7. That looks nice. Let's see how it compares to the devastating abilities of Achilles. Both robots are loaded in. And we are underway. Now, oh, big hit already. If you know Achilles, you know Achilles is chaos personified. Chaos incarnate. It's sparking. Is the arena spark? Oh no, what is this? Is it stuck or is it immobile? Get out of there! I don't know what's going on there. P7 has a choice to make now. Does he nudge him or does he wait for the count out? I don't think a count out's coming at this rate. Interesting. Is he gonna free? I don't think so, folks. This might be it here. Is that the fight? That is the question. You can see P7 trying to kind of shove and nudge and move Achilles out of the way here. I've never seen a failure mode like this from Achilles before. This is actually pretty unusual for a bot like this. I hear Countdown going to the corner. 2. In a shocking upset, Achilles Metal has been knocked out of winners, and P7 moves on in the winners bracket. Congratulations to P7. They'll be fighting F2 in the winners bracket. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, as we move on to our next fight between Achilles Metal and Claw Dragon. Oh, big pop already from Claw Dragon. Sending Achilles up into the skies. Kind of a tentative approach here to start. Good contact there. Oh, you can really hear the revs going up there now. Oh, not again, Achilles. Achilles, what are you doing? But is there movement out of Claw Dragon also? Is this a double? I feel like there should be an unstick going on here, but I don't know. Oh! Achilles looks like it got loose a little bit. We'll see how the judges are going to rule this one. This is a unique circumstance that both builders have found themselves in right now. Alright, both robots are up. The weapon on full test, kind of hit or miss, it seems. Sometimes it seems to be working, and sometimes not so much. I can hear some stuff spinning, though, at least. Some RPMs getting in there. A little bit of a pushing control match going on right now. You can hear the weapon getting up to speed, but can it hit full test is the problem. I don't think so. Oh, it's kissing the drums. The drums are touching. That's cute. It got underneath. Wow. El Diablo managing to get underneath a full test. Unable to really deliver the energy how it wants to, though. That seems to be a recurring issue for both builders, actually. Some light pops here from full test onto the armor of El Diablo, which seems to be rattling loose here. Oh no. The panels might be solid, but the mounting points of them maybe not so much. I see some wobbling there on that one side of El Diablo. Oh, that panel is coming off now. It's looking kind of sad now. Another small light hit from full test onto El Diablo. Really methodical approach from full test. Lining up his shots, trying to be calculated with his approach here. Some good pops here. Is there motion? Okay, yeah, full test is moving slowly. Man, that armor plate wants to come off. It is begging for it at this point. Oh no! Riding on top of El Diablo is full test. Oh, good pop there for full test. El Diablo doing a full 360. Oh, to the back of... Oh, wow. Good shots there. The armor package of El Diablo really taking a beating here. The durability, though. Oh! Oh, no! The weapon on full test. It looked like it bounced out then bounced back in. That's wild. You never see that. The thin little rails that are mounting on the weapon of full test. Very floppy, very flimsy, but doing their job as the weapon still keeps landing hit after hit. as another tumble. Oh no. The damage is really starting to pile on for El Diablo now. As they find themselves on their heads. 10 seconds left in this fight now. Full Test really going for it. Punishing El Diablo with hit after repeated hit. The countdown keeps going. And that's time. This fight goes to the judges. The judges will vote now. We got a fun one here today, guys. Loading in now is Vector versus Ground Game. Vector is, as I've previously stated, terrifying. One of the scariest vertical spinners to exist in this competition. And Ground Game, my personal robot, is kind of the opposite approach. It's if you traded off all that insane offense for a very solid defense. That's what Ground Game functionally has become. We will see how this fight goes here today. Both four-wheel drive vertical spinners, but beyond that, that's kind of where the similarities end. I'm excited for this one. And we are underway. Oh, stuck in the four-seam Radi's Ground Game. Weapons up. They're fighting for the angle here. A little bit of a light contact. Oh, underneath immediately. Ground Game gets underneath Vector. That's a pin, I think. And Vector bouncing on his head. Manages himself right. The floor gash really messing up the Ground Game effect of Ground Game here. Backing Vector into the wall. I think that's a pin too. Really milking the clock here is Ground Game. That floor seam, man. Now Vector with a pin on Ground Game this time. Flipping turning the tables just a little bit. Waiting for the release. There it is. Both robots fighting for control here. That's another pin there by Vector. Are both the weapons? No, it looks like the weapon on Ground Game's kind of spinning. But man, that floor gash is really messing up Ground Game right now. Some light pops here from Ground Game onto Vector. They're connected, it looks like. They appear merged. I don't quite know how that. Okay, light touch. That's a pin. That's another pin. You can see Vector try to drive out of the situation. Nothing quite doing it for Vector, though. Can he get him off is the question. He cannot shake Vector off him as hard as he tries. I hear an unstick being called. The transmitters will be placed up. The robots will be dislodged. The fight will continue. The pushing match seems dead even right now. Neither robot really having an edge in that regard. Spinning, spiraling. Oh no, again! And Vector has pinned Ground Game. Turn around. Oh, that's a small tap there from Ground Game onto the backside of Vector. Getting a pin of his own. Rowan choosing to fight like a gladiator. And that's the fight. This will go to the judges. Judges are scoring this one today. A very close fight. I don't know who won that one. Your winner by split judges' decision is Ground Game. They're moving on to the finish line. All right. Next up today, we will have P7 and F2, both two-digit names. F2 comes by way of Team Formula. And P7, a very unique counter-rotating, not counter-rotating, but dual-angled 45-degree offset vertical, kind of vertical spinner. It's a very fun concept, very unique. You don't see that much. I'm very excited to see how this will perform. All right, our next fight is underway. F2 and P7, both robots are fast, quick out of the gate. You can see the gyro of F2. Getting underneath its forks, though. Catching and bending the wedge, but ramping off of P7 right there. Nice side-on attack there. F2 appears to be stuck, but P7 also appears to be stuck as well. Can either of them escape this position? P7 escapes. Can F2 escape? Or is P7 going to capitalize? Take the hit. He's trying at least. Oh, there it is! F2 has been flipped upside down. That's a tap out. Your winner is P7. They are moving on. This has all the makings of a good one, folks. We have Achilles Plastic in white versus Moonsetter in red. Now, these are two of some of the most competitive plastic one-pound robots in the NorCal region. And the fight is underway. Immediately, chunks coming off of Achilles. Achilles ping-ponging everywhere as more bits of plastic come off. Oh! Bigger chunks now! Is that it? That's the fight. Your winner by knockout is Moonsetter. They're moving on. All right, our next fight is getting underway. The Hercules Corona Borealis Great Wall. The name's getting easier to say. I'll say that much at least. It is the massively oversized horizontal spinner that could not spin up once in his first fight against Moonsetter. Let's see if the second round against Robo-Tobias things will fare differently. Robo-Tobias has had a rough first fight, having lost its primary weapon in its exchange. The primary weapon you'll see it's currently on the robot, but I wouldn't necessarily say it's functional. It's actually hot glued on, and there's not even a belt on it. But they still got two working wheels. And in the days of Robo games, if you got wheels, you got a chance. So, let's get this fight underway now. Wait, Robo-Tobias. Back up, buddy. Now is not yet. Robo-Tobias comes courtesy of the guys from Cross Combat Robotics in Sacramento. Really cool guys there. Oh no. Hercules Corona. Oh, did they not turn on the robot on? There might be an issue here. Hercules Corona. The robots are... Yes. Both teams are taking a quick 5-minute break to figure out what's going on with Hercules Corona and for Robo-Tobias to put more hot glue on the robot. All right, we're back, folks. Next up, Robo-Tobias and the Hercules Corona Borealis Great Wall. And they're kind of off. One of them is, at least. The weapons... Oh, no, the weapon got up to speed. Oh, kind of. Never mind. Robo Tobias shoving Hercules Crota around. That's a pin. That's a pin there for Robo Tobias. Oh, pushing Hercules Crota into the wall. And another pin here from Robo Tobias onto the Hercules Crota. Can Hercules Crota Borealis get that weapon up to speed? That is the question. It has about a like a 2-minute spin up time by the looks of it. There's a hit. And I think it nudged Robo Tobias into the wall. He freed himself. It's up to speed. Oh no! Oh no! The weapon just tapping on the sides of Robo Tobias. I don't even know if there's drive out of Hercules Crota. I think that's a pin. They are released. They've like merged into like one mega robot from this perspective. Sounds like there's a jet engine inside the box now. Is there any... What is he stuck on? I see tires spinning, but no movement out of Hercules Crota. Oh, man, this is one of the fights of all time, truly. Both robots kind of limping towards the finish line here. Little bit of a final nudge here to wrap things up as we get to the closing seconds.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
And that's the fight. This fight will go to the judges. Your winner and moving on to the next round is Robo Tobias. They're moving on. All right. Now we are talking some high action fights here. Vector and Achilles are loading into the box now. You'll note that Vector looks a lot different from Vector of days past. Its iconic massive egg beater is gone. And in lieu of that is a giant titanium plow. That thing is insane. A little bit of lore for you guys. Back in the past, these two have fought, and when they have fought in the past, Vector has been completely dismantled. This is his counter for it. And we're off. Already, Vector lining up Achilles, pinning him to the wall, but Achilles escapes. As Achilles bounces up and down everywhere. Titanium sparks everywhere. Oh, good hit there from Achilles. Oh, getting to the side of Vector. Oh, big hit. Achilles trying to hook around, get to the edges of that big wedge on Vector. Oh, no. Has history repeated itself? Is that it out of Achilles? That sounds like a sad pulley. It appears that Achilles has fallen and Vector's moving on. We have 1, 2, 3, 4 fights in winners, then 1 fight in plastics. We are getting ready for winners semifinals. P7 versus Ground Game. P7, the surprise breakout star in all of this. The double 45-degree spinner is proving very effective in controlling the gyro and his opponent. They are, of course, fighting My Robot in Ground Game, who's had a lot of weapon issues this tournament. The weapon has never been fully quite dialed in, and it's spinning with maybe like 6 joules worth of total energy. But beyond that, it's still a capable foil drive with fork. So, Ground Game immediately in the wall. Oh, and with an immediate shove to the side is Ground Game. Riding up on the top of P7. One of those forks is kind of bent upwards. Oh, come on! Ground Game is upside down. It's not happening. Riding on top now. Yep. I'm trying to figure this out here. Ground Game in a precarious position right now, seemingly unable to do anything. I think that's it for the fight. P7 has moved on to winners finals. Now this is a fight that we have been waiting for. F2 versus Vector. 2 very powerful, very scary vertical spinners at the top of their game. It is anyone's guess who is winning this fight here today. This is going to be one to watch, ladies and gentlemen. Immediately they're off. Vector winning the first weapon. Big hit there from Vector. F2's upside down. Oh! That's it! Vector's moving on to losers finals. F2's been eliminated. Vector moves on to face Ground Game in losers finals.
And here we have loading in Vector and Ground Game. Vector is the one in orange. Ground Game is the aluminum frame billet chassis. We have a disc versus a drum coming up here. Match starts up. Both weapons off to speed. Got some great engagements. And it looks like Ground Game has lost his forks and is up against one of the walls, with Vector just waiting for him to maybe get free. He's stuck in Ground Game free himself. It looks like the weapon motor is working, and Vector delivers a massive hit, flipping Ground Game upside down. And that's a tap out, and Vector takes the win. So Vector has moved on past the loser's bracket, and he is now approaching the winner's bracket.
Giant hits to start us off here. But you know what? The weapon of Achilles looks attack as it lands a big hit there on Moonsetter. Getting to the back of Achilles now. Good shots from... Oh! Massive impact sends both robots flying. Achilles riding up the wedge of Moonsetter now. Good effort. Good shove there from Moonsetter, shoving Achilles into the wall. Grinding into the top now is Achilles. And into the floor as well.
Oh, okay, I thought the weapon was down for a second, but it seems to be operational. Oh, good punishing blow from Achilles. Moonsetter with these attacks from behind, really laying into Achilles here. Popping up Achilles. You see the white shrapnel starting to coat the arena now. Achilles back in its standard undercutter configuration. Glancing off the wedge now. Big pop now. You can hear what sounds like grinding almost as Achilles spins up his weapon. Sounds like some of the plastic's rubbing against the chassis and hindering its top speed right now. Oh, Moonsetter. That's a battery! That's it! Your winner is a Moonsetter!
I think Vector's ready.
All right, P7's ready too. This is it! Grand Finals! P7's on his head. Quick pop from Vector. P7's still moving though, still fighting. Oh! To the other side of the box goes P7. That front wedge is falling off. Oh, it's gone now. But P7's still driving. Oh no! What is that? Shrapnel. Oh, Vector's got stuck. P7's helping him out. They're free now. Is the weapon down on Vector? Oh no! Oh! He's free. I think that's a pin. The weapons on V7 are still functional. Oh!
V7 has been righted, but still pinned by Vector.
That little piece of debris is now getting in the way. The fork on Vector controlling P7 as he pushes him to the wall another time. Oh! Really lining up that fork there is Vector, getting another corralling push onto P7. Oh, no, Vector's stuck again. What is this? Vector needs to escape.
Oh, he's just dead. No way! Is this it for Vector?
Oh, that's it! Your winner's P7! P7's the winner today!
A back and forth fight. But today belongs to P7.